Since January, scientists worldwide have been racing against the clock to create a vaccine for COVID-19. But it's unlikely one will be available to the public before early 2021. Developing, testing, and mass-producing such a breakthrough takes time. First, researchers have to understand the genetic code of the virus and isolate which components of it will stimulate an immune response in humans. The novel coronavirus has a spiky structure on its surface called an S protein, which gives it a crown-like or corona appearance. These S proteins are important for attaching to cells in the body, a critical step in the life cycle of the virus. Only after the virus attaches to a cell can it invade and multiply. Scientists are working simultaneously on various vaccines. Some use portions of the S protein itself, others use a weakened form of the virus, or even genetic pieces of it, DNA or RNA. Regardless of the approach, all vaccines try to do the same thing, which is to activate your body's immune system to recognize the virus and develop a protective response, such as creating antibodies that would prevent you from getting ill if you come in contact with COVID-19. Once a vaccine is developed in the lab, it undergoes months of preclinical testing on animals. If successful, at that level, the vaccine advances to human trials, usually split into 4 phases. Phase 1 involves a small number of healthy volunteers who get limited doses to evaluate the vaccine's safety and immune response. Phase 2 is a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study, usually involving hundreds of people. It tests for safety and effectiveness and helps determine proper dosages. Phase 3 ups the ante even more, studying the vaccine frequently in thousands of participants. The randomized study screens for side effects and zeroes in on whether the vaccine provides lasting protection from the virus. Before moving to Phase 4, the FDA conducts regulatory reviews of trial data and the licensing application. Then post-approval Phase 4 studies monitor the vaccine's effectiveness in real-world conditions. Normally, each phase can last at least a year or more. But for COVID-19, the timeline has been accelerated and phases have been combined. What would normally take 5 to 10 years is being condensed into 12 to 18 months. Manufacturing a vaccine on a grand scale is also extremely specialized and expensive. Several pharmaceutical companies are already mass-producing their COVID-19 vaccines in hopes of putting an end to this global pandemic. If indeed we have 1 or more vaccines by early 2021, this would be a truly historic achievement for modern medicine.